What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
We feeling fine. You know, TWC's in my account. I'm still stimulated. I'm waiting on that stimulus. But you know what? I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling classy. Ratchet, boozy, nasty.
Nasty.
I said that wrong, but oh well. You know? So first and foremost, I want to thank all of our listeners, all of you who have been supporting, commenting, giving all those good supporting shmish.
Because we love that shit.
Yeah.
And we fuck with y'all.
Thank you.
And we appreciate y'all.
All right.
Keep that shit going.
If you haven't already, you can follow us at The Real Sip and Spill everything except Twitter.
Be Sip and Spill 1.
And give us a 5-star rating because we're
5-star
5-star bitches. And the girls are back at it again with another messy ass episode of Sip and Spill where we create conversations all while
sipping wine.
I go by the name of Thug motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious Lincoln Bio Teray. What's good? Lincoln Bio.
I understand, but that sounded like whorish. Because you know Lincoln Bio, OnlyFans, Lincoln Bio.
Oh, Lincoln Bio shit. You know, however the fuck y'all want to take it, that's how I'm going to receive it.
Lincoln
Hello.
Bio, I like that.
Lincoln Bio.
Let's get to some fun facts. So my fun fact is I took karate for a whole entire week and then I quit.
First and foremost, I don't think I would ever think of you to do karate, but for the fact that you quit, it seems kind of like, I don't know. It's just like, it's not even really, is that even popular? Is that, how old were you when you were doing that?
I was like in elementary school. I think I was 9 or 10. I
did gymnastics and I quit. So.
I got into it because my best friend growing up at the time, he was in karate. And I was like, Mom, I want to take karate. I want to take karate. I begged her to let me take lessons. And after a week, I quit.
And karate's like, expensive. You fucking spoiled ass bitch.
Yeah, my mom was like, you see, I spent this money and you didn't even complete it. So you know what? I'm sorry, Mom. But
and nothing more that the fucking parents hate is if you fucking quit after they spent their fucking money.
Exactly.
Your mom's a good one, though. Because my mom would be like, nah, bitch, you sticking it out until the next payment cycle. Like,
well, maybe it's like per 2 weeks or by month. I don't know how the payment works. I was a kid, but maybe it wasn't by monthly. Because if it was by monthly and I quit after a week, sorry, Mom. But if it was like a weekly or 2 week thing, you know, she'll be all right.
It had to be a monthly thing. She just knew she just couldn't force you to do it. So, you know, she was
you can't
like, fuck
fucking
it.
do shit.
So my fun fact is that last week I had 2 photo shoots with 2 really amazing photographers. The first one was John Richardson, and it was for Flyby clothing wear. It's like athleisure. So I was like doing that shit. It was really fun. We even had like a pool shoot. It was great. And then I had another photo shoot with Desiree Props. Hopefully I did not like fuck up your last name, because I've never said your last name. But Desiree Props. Okay, we're going to say Props, because that sounds a lot better. And that was like an arcade theme. She was like, give me like teenage vibes, like X, Y, and Z. And they both came out really fucking amazing. I haven't got the one, like the edits from John, but the shit I got from Desiree, I'm feeling like a badass bitch. That's why I told y'all Lincoln Bio, like, hello, I'm about to fucking brand myself as a model now.
So you're a model now.
I'm a model now, bitch.
Okay, after 2 photo shoots.
Yes, bitch.
Well,
it only starts with 2. And the thing is, they both have reached out to me. At first, I don't think I'm a model. I think I'm just like a regular ass bitch. But when he told me athleisure, I'm like, I love wearing workout clothes, even though I know I'm not working out. And then she was just like, I love your brown skin. I said, brown skin girls.
Okay.
Skin just like, and it was just amazing. It was great. So it was a nice opportunity.
Well, don't forget to give me an outfit.
I will definitely not forget to give you an outfit. You haven't came over to do our little review yet, because we've been fucking around, you know.
Yeah, so busy.
We gonna do that shit.
All right, let's get into some wine facts so we can get some tea time.
Tea time.
So this is a brand I usually don't go for because I'm not a dark red person, but I was at Sprouts and I saw it there and it was calling my name like crush. So you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna get it. So this is a Apothic Crush. It's a red blend made with ripe grapes, raspberry jam, and a hint of caramel with a round, smooth finish. It's going to be a little on the dry side, and it's a full body wine, so you're going to taste a hint of it in every single one of your palates. It's best served at room temperature, so I took it out the refrigerator this morning. And it's best paired with red meat, steak, lamb, and all that poultry shit. So let's give a taste of
Side note, I saw you went to Trey's. How did you feel about them fucking lamb chops, bitch?
Girl, the lamb chops were okay. Let me tell you what happened.
Oh no!
So our waiter was fucking African, which you know what, which is cool.
Yeah.
But you know, African men, they're the worst servers.
Are they really?
Because they can't take command. Like they can't take like you tell them what to do.
Was it the bartender?
Yes.
The bartender, he was good for me.
Girl, first my lamb chops came out burnt. Aww. I asked for first He forgot my food.
Okay.
Which I wasn't tripping about him forgetting my food because I've done it before. Then he lied about it. Said, "Oh, it's gonna come out in 5 minutes."
5 minutes happened and it didn't happen.
5 minutes turned into 30 minutes.
Oh,
never
yikes.
came out. And then it came out burnt.
Oh no.
And I was like, "Hey, this is not medium at all." He was like, "Well, does it taste good?" I said, "It doesn't matter if it tastes good. It's not medium. Especially when I'm paying what you. Lamb chops aren't cheap.
They're not.
So if I'm paying $20-something for something, I want it medium."
Yeah. Okay.
So he takes it back. It comes back again, a little bit better. Still not medium. I'm fine. Whatever. Not a big deal. My cousin comes. She orders her food. He forgets her food too.
Oh no.
Yes. He comes back. He's like, "Did you want to order something?" She was like, "Yeah, I ordered when I first got here." He was like, "Oh, I forgot." I'm like, "Okay, order her food." When we ordered drinks, he forgot our drinks. We ordered water. He forgot our water. We ordered a second crate of pitcher. He forgot that too.
Oh no.
And then he splits her bill totally wrong. He says y'all can just cash up each other. That's when I went the fuck off. You want to talk shit? You want to run a mouth? You want some gangsters in your motherfucking house? Bitch, I went off. I went off on him. I cussed him out. I was like, bitch ass nigga. Like, I didn't say that word, but in my head, I was like, bitch ass nigga. But I was really, I'm like, dude, that's not okay. He's like, it's okay. Just cash up each other. It's not a big deal. I said, yes, it is a big deal. You can't tell me what is a big deal and what's not a big deal. So me and her are going back and forth. The GM walks up, seeing us going back and forth. I was like, look at how he's talking to us. We're customers. And he's going back and forth with us.
Wow.
And she comped our whole meal.
Damn.
And gives us her card. She's like, next time you come, I'll take care of it. Make sure I have good service. Which I don't mind paying. I was like, let's pay for something.
The problem's not paying. I am extremely saddened that you had that experience because when I went there, bruh, top-notch service. Like, someone even bought us a carafe when I was there. Like,
and you know what? He was so busy. Like,
yeah,
there was
I can
no
understand
reason
that,
for him to have that many tables. He was the only person to take care of everyone, which we weren't tripping about him being busy. That's what we were mad. It was when he was going back and forth with us and being smart and snarky.
Ain't going back and forth with these niggas. I'm living my best life.
Period.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because I know who you're talking about. Because I had him as a server. Because when me and Christina went, like, he was our server.
He was nice at first.
No, he was super sweet. And he was super attentive and made sure we had our shit, made sure our water was filled up. Actually, he wasn't the one giving us the water. I think it was the hostess that was giving us the water when we were doing all that. So, and I feel so bad because but also it was Black Houston Restaurant Week last week too, so that probably contributed to them being so busy. Because everyone thought since it's Black Houston Restaurant Week that everyone needs to support a Black owned business, which y'all should be doing any fucking way. Yeah. So you shouldn't wait till 1 week to do it, but I'm sorry you did that. I'm
definitely going back. The GM was super nice. She comped her meal. She said, "Come back."
No, the GM is nice as fuck. Like, she came to my table and she was like, "How are y'all?" I'm like, "I love it here." I said, "Fix the mac and cheese," but I love it here because the mac and cheese was not creamy. I told him that. I was like,
collard greens were kind of. Yeah,
they were very collard greenish.
Yeah,
like you could taste it. Like,
yeah, you taste the bitterness of it. Which I made collard greens. I made turkey collard greens yesterday. Actually, I'm like, okay, this is how collard greens would taste like.
Yeah, I don't like tasting the bitterness. Yeah, but I ate that shit because I paid money for it.
Exactly, it's not cheap. But I mean, I would definitely go back. I'm not the type of person who go there one time, have one bad experience, and be like, fuck this. Because it was nice. The vibe was nice. They had music. The vibe was so
nice. And they have a DJ yesterday?
Yeah. It was
I love the DJ.
So we'll definitely be going back. But let's toast, take a taste and see if we like it or not.
Taste to another messy-ass episode of Sip and Spill.
Oh. Okay. It's not too dry.
It's pretty light, actually. Compared to the other apocalyptic shit we have, this is pretty light to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not too dry. I don't taste any caramel.
I do not taste any caramel. But, bitch, I still got a crust. Actually, yeah, there's a hint of caramel at the end.
That's what they said. You're gonna have a hint of caramel.
It's really smooth. Just wait to the end. Like, you still don't taste it? Maybe you should put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Like, that's all I'm doing. No, the tongue to the roof. Sick of you, bitch.
Tongue to your mouth.
Sick of these niggas. You ain't got a dramatic bitch. It's there though.
That's what they look like when they do. Have you seen like people wine taste? They
do the most. They were like. Have you ever seen like a white person just devour a cork? They'd be like, I'm so sorry, y'all. We are so off topic, but they'd be like, just feel it like, what year is this? How long was this aged? I'm like, shut the fuck up and drink.
Yeah, I mean, some people are wine connoisseurs, so
I sure the fuck not.
This is what they do. All right, some tea motherfucking time.
80 years later, y'all.
Okay, so we have Nicki's ghetto ass maternity shoot.
Okay, what
What do you
in the
feel about
love
that?
and hip hop was going on? I understand. Hold on. First of all, let me say congratulations because I ain't no hating ass bitch. And you know
I'm
what?
happy for her.
I'm happy for
She's
you
been-
to be
yeah.
a mother. You know, because I just remember when Cardi was pregnant, you threw a lot of shade talking about I would never get pregnant to someone when I wasn't their wife yet. Little did we all know they were already married because they played us. We didn't know they was married for at least like a few months before she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They've been married.
They've been married. So like she threw a lot of shade and she was saying like I would never. So I'm glad you're married and I'm glad that you have the kid the order that you wanted to have it in. Appreciated that. But what is going on? Is this a video shoot? Was it super based? What was
It gave me like Pink Friday vibes, definitely.
like Roman revenge type shit?
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, it just what really got me was the stripper heels. I'm like, I don't understand why you had them clear ass stripper heels on your maternity shoot. But you know what? If you like it, I love it. It is not for me to judge. I just don't understand it.
I don't
You know?
understand it either. I'm like, nothing is wrong with you embracing your sexy. Yeah, at a point where sometimes people don't feel the sexiest when they are pregnant.
Yeah.
But it just looked really ghetto.
It looked very ghetto.
For as much money you got or as money you don't got. I don't fucking know your situation or what you were thinking when you did this fucking photo shoot. Maybe Roman was really in your brain saying, bitch, this is a great idea. That shit looked real tacky. It looked very classless. And I personally wouldn't buy a picture. I wouldn't even repost a picture. So congratulations, sis, but the shit was ghetto. Period.
Yeah, I
It was
mean,
ghetto.
it was ghetto, but if she didn't, I just didn't. It's a little why, because you have a lot of money to have the most glamorous photo.
And it
shoot.
was so
And I
plain.
understand being. I understand wanting to be
Minimalistic.
Nude. I understand being nude. I always said I want to do an underwater nude.
Me too.
For,
Bitch, I'm getting pregnant
photo
first, but I'm
shoot.
doing it first.
So I mean, it's not about who did it first; it's just who does it better.
Oh!
Okay, but no,
Shade.
really. So there's a lot of whys, who, what, when, where, who, and then it's crazy because we all know that her baby father, her husband, is a registered sex offender. So it's like, wow, you having a child with a person who can't even drop your child off at school.
Yikes.
You know, he can't even take a child to the playground.
That's real deep. We ain't even gonna get into that right now.
He can't do anything. He's publicly with your child because he can't be around children.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this is the hill Nikki chose to die on, and that's her business. But it looks really, it's not how I wanted a queen to go out.
No, definitely how she going out.
That's not how I wanted her to go out. But speaking of people going out sad, Kanye had a crazy meltdown. He had two meltdowns actually. The first meltdown was his little Kanye rally in North Carolina, which I don't know if you saw the video, but he attacks a black woman just for questioning him about something. But when a white girl says the exact same thing about abortions, because he was saying, I almost killed my daughter. And she was saying, the white girl says, I had an abortion. Blah, blah, blah. Kudos, clap, brave, gives her a hand of applause and a hug. When a black girl does the same thing, he's like, take off your mask. Who are you to question me? I'm like, Kanye, what is your issue? And then he has a whole nother meltdown a couple days after on Twitter when he's all like saying, Kim tried to lock him up because of his rally, that Chris and Kim brought doctors to the place and they're trying to get him institutionalized, that this and that. And I'm just like, at this point, I've noticed a pattern with Kanye. Every time he's about to drop something, he has a meltdown. He has something happens to him. Because a long time, Kanye's been quiet.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's dropping an album. Next thing you hear, he's running for president. Even though he can't run for president because he missed all the deadlines.
He did.
But he's still having a rally for something he can't even run for.
Yeah.
And then he does this and he does that. And then after all those crazy ass tweets, he drops his album and says, oh, go stream Donda.
Okay, well, y'all know I'm an avid like Kanye West fan, so I'm gonna love my uncle regardless of his mental state of mind, because essentially it has to be something mentally, chemically wrong where he thinks that his actions are okay or valid. And this is the thing, this is not, like you said, it's not one of his first episodes, this is not gonna be his last one, but the problem is when it comes to us in the audience, we keep entertaining it.
Right.
Like, why are y'all going to this rally? Why are y'all going to this rally? Y'all are entertaining this man. Y'all are giving him an audience to say some crazy ass shit.
But
and
is he having a manic episode? Because I understand having a chemical imbalance and having real manic episodes, but I also see how it's always convenient. He has one right when he's about to drop something.
The same thing for August Alsina, because you see how he tried to cash out on the word entanglement.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's doing it. Is that why Kanye's doing it?
But I'm saying it might have something to do with that.
Is he trying to cash out on being bipolar?
He might be. I mean, he might be, but then it also goes back to us. We're the audience. We're the ones that consume it. And if we keep giving into him when he does shit like this, because we feed off of negativity, why don't we do, whenever he's doing positive shit, we're all like, yes, Kanye, yes, Kanye. It's only when he does shit that is very out of this fucking world that we hear a lot of people saying, Kanye this, Kanye that, when I'm like, he's done other shit that's probably on the more positive side, but like with our generation or in the society that we're in, we feed off of negativity. We feed off of things that make us feel like we're the powerful ones in situations, like we're the ones with the most rationale. Like maybe he's bipolar, maybe he's going through some shit.
I know he is bipolar, and he recently got off his meds, and he talked about being off his meds because he said it hindered his genius. And if this is
it
all
probably did though, because most medicine does.
And if all this is true, he just needs someone in his corner to be there and help him, and not try to put him on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, put him on TV. You know, like I don't know how many, because I'm not in their life, so I don't know how many times Kim has tried to help him, or what she's done for him. But as a wife, I feel like putting him in a mental institution should be the last resort.
Yeah, that should be definitely the last resort.
If he's harming himself and others, I understand.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's right for her to try to institutionalize him. Although we don't know what happened. Maybe he did something violent. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. But if that's not the case, and she did try to put him in a mental hospital, that is wrong. Because they don't always come out better. They come out worse after being in a mental hospital. I
just look at it as like we keep saying with like every other celebrity. Celebrities are human and they go through shit that we go through.
Yeah.
And I think that once we stop trying to make it seem like what he's going through is so uncommon, and that people that
I don't think people think it's uncommon. I think we think what he's doing is uncommon.
I don't think it's uncommon. I think that people that are emotionally bipolar or disproportionately not there are probably going through shit we don't even know. And with him, he feels like he gets the most attention when he acts out.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's be real, because I mean, when Kanye was doing good, like College Dropout, This Is the Third, like all his good shit, like
College Dropout was a long.
That's what I'm saying. Old Kanye was so great and powerful, but I think Kanye gets so much more attention now that he's attached to a Kardashian, because Kardashians are attached to negativity.
Honestly, I think Kanye made the Kardashians more famous than the Kardashians made him famous.
I don't agree.
I think Kanye was bigger than Kim.
I think he's bigger than Kim.
Yeah.
But I think he gets a lot of attention because of the Kardashian name.
I agree. But I'm saying I think in the beginning of the relationship, he was the more famous one. He was the bigger one.
Of course.
So I think they got
more clout. But when you think of like the history of like the Kardashians, like Travis Scott, even though he was a great rapper, we knew him because he was her baby daddy. Tristan
you didn't
Thomas.
know who Travis Scott was before he was?
We knew who he was, but I'm saying he got more because I said the Kardashians are attached to negativity, and the fan base that the Kardashians have is different.
In the white world, it's
different thing. Because people are starting looking up, like, who the fuck is Travis Scott? Who the fuck is Tristan?
We already knew who Travis Scott was.
I did not know who the fuck Tristan Thomas was until he started putting his dick in Khloe. Let's be real.
I mean, he was a basketball player, so we're not
gonna I know, but even like James Harden was getting, he said the reason why he broke up with Khloe is because he was getting so much attention. He said paparazzi were following him. He was like, I've never in my entire basketball career ever been followed.
Yeah.
But now I started like fucking this bitch. Like, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's because they're attached to so much negativity, and we feed off of negativity that we're going to give them the power that they deserve.
Yeah.
So
whatever Kanye is going through, I really pray and hope that he gets the help he needs, and he sees someone, he gets back on his meds. I know it sucks, but these manic episodes are just, they're making, and I feel like, and he made a comment about, I don't care if my wife divorces me because of this, yada, yada, yada. I mean, those are probably all things he doesn't mean, and he's just acting out and saying stuff, and it's unfortunate that people are not bringing light of it, so they're making fun of him because of it. And this is not funny. If you have anyone in your family who's had any kind of bipolar, schizophrenia, any kind of those things,
it's a real thing they deal with every day.
It's not funny, and it's a struggle that they go through. And to love someone and to be in a relationship with someone who has this disease, you're a very strong powerful person. So I really hope he gets the help he needs. And I don't know. At this moment, it's not a good thing to have a white woman by your side. I'm sorry I have to say it. Like, this is it's not, because we're not gonna institutionalize you. We're gonna try to help you
and rehab you.
Exactly.
Speaking of white women by your side, I don't know if it's true, because this is what I heard in the stories when I heard that Kylie was actually with Meg and Tori and her friend when the shit all went down.
She was not there.
That's what I heard.
She was definitely not there. They were all at a party together.
Okay.
And then,
so why are you going to parties like that?
And they, what do you mean?
Like, why are you going to parties with, like, you know, niggas that ain't like you?
when does they're the Kardashian? They're always trying to be around with niggas that ain't like them.
You right.
They always want to be in the scene.
We gotta probably backtrack because I started like talking before we said what was going on. So, our good sis Meg got shot in the foot over the weekend or was it the weekend before?
It was a weekend before.
Yeah, so she got shot in the foot. And you know the hot girls came in heavy because, you know, our fellow hot girl over here, hot girl Sammy.
I was ready to fight. I was like, who shot my good sis Meg? Because I was... Ooh, I was not happy about that shit.
Long story,
Meg?
right? Me? I don't care. I'm just kidding. Don't cancel me, y'all. I'm not Nicki Minaj. But no, the thing is, we don't know all the details. Like we say, we never really know the details when it comes to things. When it comes to black women and their protection, we don't know all the details.
We don't know. What we do know is that they were all at a party together.
Yep.
They left that night. It was Meg, Tory Lanez, and Meg's best friend in the car. Someone shot Meg, but there's only 3 people in the car, and Meg's best friend came on the internet and said, I did not shoot Meg. So that only leaves Tory to shooting Meg. We don't know why Tory shot Meg, but we do know is that the police was there, and then you see Meg like getting out and doing booty hopscotch, trying to listen to the commands of whatever the police is saying, and she's bleeding, and you see Tory on the other side laid out on the floor, and then you see her best friend slowly getting out. I'm like, you see this girl is hurt. Why are you making her do 700 things just to follow your command? Because they don't give a fuck about a black woman.
Absolutely not.
Meg didn't get arrested. She got medical attention. Tory got arrested, but he didn't get booked or charged for anything because my good sis is a real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a nigga. She did not snitch. No one snitched. No one said anything. No one is still saying anything.
Yeah, that's why we don't know what happened. And I think that her statement release that she did was very cryptic, but I'm like, I always try to read in between the lines, but I still don't be knowing anything. And she pretty much was just saying that like the attack was intentional and it was to hurt her. And then she pretty much just said that it gave her a realization that, like, you know, the place that she is in her life, that, you know, life is short, X, Y, and Z. You know, cherish people you around. She said, like, a lot of good hot girl shit. But pretty much, she was just pretty much saying that this is, like, a life-altering thing for her. Because it's, like...
Definitely. Getting shot, it's definitely
life-altering. Because
someone you thought that was your friend.
Down for you. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, I couldn't even imagine being in that situation. So I empathize and I sympathize for that because I don't even know why someone would. Because you know how you always say, Meg don't do nothing to nobody.
She
Meg
don't.
Be on her shit. Be doing
Meg
her
don't
own
bother
fucking...
nobody. That's just like Meg the stat. I ain't say if you shot Cardi because she be talking shit. I ain't saying if you shot
My
Nicki.
good sis, Cardi has reason to... They said that bitch was dead. So
they said
yes,
Cardi was dead?
They made a whole fucking like fan page talking about Cardi was being dead.
Like died?
Like dead. Like she was like, I don't know who the fuck told y'all I was dead, but I feel, you know how she be talking. I wish I could do the
That's
fucking
not even so, because if Cardi B died, that would be all over the fucking news.
Right, but she said that somebody was making like a fan page saying that Cardi died.
Y'all better do some prayers over that shit because someone's trying to get you dead.
It's weird, right?
People are weird as fuck, but no, that's ridiculous.
So that gives us to our topic of conversation of like, you know, 30-ish, knocking on 30's
we
door.
We are knocking on 30's door, guys.
Like, we are there. Yeah. And this is when we're having a place in our life when we are having realizations and where we're having revelations and we're starting to really get into tune with ourselves. Because, you know, early 20s, you get the fake pressure. When you're like when you're mid-20s, you're damn near 30. So you're getting the pressures of like the world, yourself, X, Y, and Z. So our episode's about that shit.
Okay. All right, so when I was in my 20s, I did not care about personal responsibility.
Yeah.
I did not give a shit about anything. I was reckless. I was loud. I was rude. I quit jobs every other day. I did not care about, you know, people's feelings. I did not care about men's feelings. All I cared about getting money, having guys pay for my shit, all that crazy stuff. And now that I'm in my mid-20s, I'm much more calmer about most things. I do kind of still have my temper, but I do try to analyze and think logically about most situations. And I find myself like in and out of depressive states. I'm not going to say I have depression or I suffer from depression because I don't think I do. I mean, I know I don't. But I think we've all gone through have those days where we just don't know what we're doing in our life. We wake up with negative thoughts. We're thinking like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. What have I done with my life? I'm this old and I haven't accomplished anything. You see your peers accomplishing stuff. Why haven't I accomplished these things? So even yesterday I was like, what is going on with me? Because you have this feeling but you don't
Know
understand why you
there.
have this feeling, and you can't explain it, and you can't express it because you don't understand
Understand
it
it
yourself.
yourself. Yep.
So, I mean, my mid 20s, my mid 20s is me coming to a sense of self. You know, statistics say your happiest age is 33. So we still got some time, you
still got
know.
some
So,
time.
mostly right now in my life, I'm trying to just think positive, remain positive. I know people talk about after graduation depression. You know, when you graduate, you like trying to look for a job, trying to think about stuff you have to do.
I can understand
Some
that.
people go through that, and some people whom are trying to find themselves and trying to see what career path they should go to. It's especially hard when you see other people who are 20, 21, 22 starting businesses, buying houses, doing that, and me, I'm 26 and I'm like, well, I can shake my ass, you know, I'm kind of smart. So it's just, and I just want to let y'all know you're not alone, because you might think, oh, I'm this and that, but I'm really just trying to figure my life just like everyone else.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
I think my realization was that I need me more than I need anything else.
Yeah.
Because I always like emphasize to other people, like, you know, how happiness is a choice, and it's so like something exclusive to something you can do for yourself. And because most of my 20s I've been in a relationship, and now that I'm in a place where I'm not, it's kind of hard for me to like separate myself from a relationship, because I've always been labeled as a girlfriend, a wife, a this, a third. So now me trying to come into myself and realizing who I am, it's been the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I'm enjoying every ounce of it, because it's what you were saying, it's like getting to know yourself.
Yeah.
I think that for so long
and people say get to know yourself, but like, how do you get to know yourself? Like, what do you do to get to know yourself?
just figure out the things you like, because like I'm saying, like in a relationship, all the things I really liked were synonymous to the things that he liked.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that those were our common goals and common things, because granted, we both wanted houses, we both wanted this, we wanted this, but it's like, what do I like exclusively? Like, you like going to bingo, bitch, go to bingo. You like taking walks, like midday, take walks midday. I think that so many times when I, like, thought about my happiness, it was my happiness connected to someone else.
Okay.
It was never me, like,
What
being
makes me
happiness
happy,
to
yeah.
myself. And that's why when I saw this thing today and it said that, like, talking about how no one, like, I know we talked about this last week, but it was saying that, like, really no one can really complete you. Mm-hmm. And that's why I always keep saying to myself, I'm like, you know what? Don't fill the void. Fill the void. Like, like, don't
actually fill it.
Yeah, don't fill it like FILL. Like, fill it. Like, fill everything you need to fill in this void, because it's going to help you to the next stage of your life that you're going to. And I think it's very important when you're in your 20s to not be so hard on yourself, because it's so easy to think like, well, when my mom was 26, she was married with 3 kids. Granted, I understand that some people's story, that's not what I want for my story.
Yeah.
So I think that if I was more in that situation, I'd be more depressed than I feel sometimes, like you said, the depressive states.
Yeah.
I think I would be more depressed knowing that that's where I landed when that wasn't even my dream.
Right.
And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being 26 and having 2 kids, or 26 and being married and with a kid. But are you genuinely happy? Are you feeding into yourself? Because becoming a mom and a wife are 2 different sanctions that like deserve so much more attention. I think that when I get married, I would want to be married for at least 2-3 years before I get a baby, because I really want to know my boyfriend as a husband, and my husband and he treats me as a wife before he treats me as a wife and mother, because that's a lot of pressure to do back to back for anyone.
Yeah. So, like you said, there's this pressure to hit adult milestones. There's this pressure to find a partner. There's a pressure to get married. There's a pressure to have children. There's a pressure to buy a house. All these adult milestones that we're supposed to hit that we haven't hit yet, and social media I think they play a big part in that. And I feel like we're not doing enough. And I feel like I'm not doing enough, but we also have to remember to see that glass as half full and not half empty, because you also notice all the things you don't have, but remember what you don't have. You're far from where you want to be, but you're far from where you used to be. You know, some people didn't have a job. Getting a job is a blessing. Some people didn't have an apartment. Getting an apartment is a blessing. Some people didn't have a car. Buying a car, no matter what year, what it looks like, all of that, those are all adult milestones, and those are all blessings. And we also remember some people literally have no shoes and have nothing. So we're complaining about not getting this car, not getting
Yeah.
this apartment, not getting this. But then why are we not saying thank you, God, for giving me what I have?
Absolutely.
So I feel like there's a lot of anxiety, a lot
Yeah.
of anxiousness. I'm fearsome about it. There's like all these pressure about like, oh my God, I'm almost 30. Oh my God, I'm almost 30.
my
Like,
God,
what
I'm
is it
almost 30.
about almost being 30 that we're so fucking scared about?
I think that being almost 30, it just feels because they put society, let's be real, society puts so much pressure on being 30, as in like your eggs are shriveling up.
Yeah,
like
your body clock is ticking.
Yeah, like I think that everything that has to relate with women when it comes to 30 is very maternal and very
Yeah.
like of what can you do for a household type feel. Like in your 20s, that's when you can get drunk and have fun and X, Y, and Z. But you gotta realize halfway through your 20s, you're supposed to stop that drinking, stop all those partying, and find a mate that's gonna mate you and make you an honest fucking woman by 30, which is kind of unrealistic with the generation that we're fucking in.
No, I've accepted the fact that I'm probably not gonna be with someone until I'm 30. Like, it's not happening to me for me in my 20s. I know I got a couple more years on my 20s, but I don't know. Like, I just don't.
And the
see
thing
it
is, I
happening.
feel like nothing is wrong with that. I think we should stop being scared
Yeah.
of every single year that we come of age.
Right.
Because the more scared you get, the more it hinders you to actually really get to know yourself. Because
Hinders
you
your
think
growth.
it hinders your growth. Because if I'm constantly thinking about who the fuck my husband is, I'm not pouring into how can I be the best wife and I can be the best version of myself.
Right.
When I keep thinking about what partner or what suitor is looking for me, or how are my eggs going to stay good and fresh until I'm ready to have kids, like those are things that I should be worried about when I have someone. It shouldn't be something I'm worried about just in the middle of the fucking day because it's fucking Tuesday.
I hope we're not thinking about our eggs in the middle of a fucking bitch. If you're thinking about your eggs in the middle of the fucking Tuesday, then go read a book because you need other things to worry about than your fucking eggs. If you're so worried about them, freeze them. But anyways, what are some accomplishments you want to do? What are some things you want to accomplish before you're 30?
Before I'm 30, I just want to be internally happy. I think that sounds really crazy to say that you want to be just happy. I just want to be happy. Whatever my happiness is, how I find it, I think that it's such a beautiful thing. I don't want to put like little milestones on myself and say like I want a house before 30, even though I do. But I think that if you set goals like that and you don't hit them, you're down on yourself even more. So for me, internally, I just want to know myself and just know that whatever the fuck I'm doing is enough because I've worked on myself through my 20s. I worked on my emotional traumas, and I'm not going to be triggered by certain things that probably are not intentionally a problem.
Okay, well, I disagree with you a little bit on that because I think it's okay to set goals. I think it's okay to have little milestones, and even within your goals, have little steps on how you can reach your goals. But my goals that I want before I'm 30 is I want my podcast to blow up. That's one of my stepping stones. Like if that can happen before I'm 30, y'all don't see
It will happen.
Okay.
If I have anything to say about it,
Okay, so God, me and you.
what does it say?
Let's hope it happens.
Self-care. Hold on. What the self-care, prayer, and shea butter. That's
Okay.
the blackest thing I've ever fucking seen.
All right. Another one of my goals is to get my nursing degree. Even though I really don't want this degree, I know it's gonna make my mama happy, and just to have her say her daughter made it, and you know what, just leave me alone. Definitely being completely self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Like just on my own, not needing anyone to pay for anything, not needing
Yeah.
anyone to do anything for me, not needing a man for nothing. Not that I don't, and I think it's very important for us women to want a man, but don't need a man. Because I want a man there, but I don't want
a man there.
Right, but I don't want to be reliant of that man. Because
Absolutely
I'm
not.
a real ass bitch.
Give a fuck about a nigga.
Real breaking back.
Hoe 5-6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so we call this pussy tigger.
Fucking on a
Skimming
skimming
ass
ass
rich
rich
ass
ass
nigga.
nigga. Period. But like you said, being happy with myself.
Yeah.
I think whenever you are in tune and if you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter if the world is on fire.
Bitch, and I hope it don't go on fire, because all I would have is happiness.
Girl, the way 2020 is going, if the
I'll
world
see
do
y'all
catch on fire,
I'll see y'all
won't-
next year.
I won't even be surprised, you know. So, but there's a ways to approach your 30s. I don't feel like you should be very scared or anxious about it. So these are things to expect when you are about to hit 30.
Yep.
It's never too late to reinvent yourself.
Absolutely not. I think that even with our 20s, though, we always feel like, oh, I don't want to start over. I think it's so hard.
Yeah.
And I just think that we have to have the ideal in our heads that, like, you can't just do different shit. Like, shit, what is it, a century? Not a century, what is it? What is 10 years?
10 years is a decade.
Oh, okay. The decade. Shit, what degree? Because at this point.
Low key, fuck 2020. But yeah.
No, I think that we should just, stop thinking that, like, where you are is it. Because there's so much shit to fucking do. And there's so much things to fucking arrive to. I'm not going to be the same bitch in 5 minutes at this point.
I might not be because I'm drinking. So, Doug Sammy about to come out. Shit.
And you know, and bitch's link in bio is waiting. I think another way that when you're arriving to your 30s to make you not so scared about it is just don't let your realistic views turn you to be cynical and snarky. Yeah. You know, sometimes when women get older, if they don't
get bitter.
They get so bitter. A lot of women just be like, I'm supposed to be married by now. I'm supposed to have kids by now. Yeah. It's like, y'all, chill out. We're only fucking 30.
I say blunt. Drink a glass of wine. Whatever you gotta do.
I'm just saying, because it's just like, it makes no sense to me why anyone just thinks that their life is over because you hit 30. Because guess what? Who was it? Oprah Winfrey didn't even get to where the fuck she needed to be until she was 30. Yeah. Because she was doing like talk shows.
Jay-Z didn't drop his first album until he was 28.
Exactly. So it's like, stop acting. Well, for men it's different. We're not going to talk about that right now, but with women, like 30 is not 40. A lot of men say that their 30 is their new 20, which they need to grow the fuck up. So stop saying that shit. I think that with women, we just need to see 30 and just be like, hey, guess what, bitch? I'm here. We're here. Let's get it.
There's this thing about women that we're so scared of aging. We're like, oh my God, I want to look young. Like, I don't want my gray hairs. I gotta look young. And men age and they don't give a fuck about aging.
At all. So don't give a fuck about
why women and youthness is like parallel. It's not, what's the word, like connected. It's like we have to always look young, look like this. Aging is a fucking beautiful thing. Getting older, getting wiser, getting stronger, all that is beautiful. So let's embrace it and stop being scared of it. Another thing about to be 30, y'all hangovers are gonna get worse. I'm sorry. It's already getting bad now. So imagine when it's in your 30s, sis. Your hangover's about to feel like you in your deathbed.
I think I'm there now. I'm 20.
Girl.
26. Damn. Look at me. I'm trying to be Benjamin Button while I'm talking shit.
Shit. Them hangovers be hitting me like shit.
If we ain't got no BC powder, I'm out.
Girl, I just learned about the BC powder trick, and that shit is legit.
Another thing you should realize when you're getting to 30, you should just be nice to everyone. Be kind. I think having a chip on your shoulder and thinking you still got to have beef, like, we not having beef when we 30. Like, I think...
I'm a vegetarian.
At this point, I think it's never that serious. There's nothing that happened in my 20s that I want to bring that baggage so badly a decade later.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm still 30 and messy, like, leave me where you found me.
I'm gonna check you on it, mommy.
As you
bitch, you still messy?
Still messy. Like, check me on that shit. Because I think when you're 30 and you still worried about what so-and-so said about you, like, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna drift into that shit real quick when you're 30. But if you mid-30s and you still worried about what the fuck Tiffany said to you,
I'm gonna call you Carly Red, bitch. You a Carly Red asshole.
Because Carly Red is a old ass fucking messy bitch, okay? And we don't have time for that.
Nah.
So you know what? Let that shit go and grow. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
Period. And also when you I mean, some of y'all now already have this problem, especially when you in your 30s, y'all. Sally may be calling the fuck out of y'all. She like, where my money at, bitch? Because you late on your payment. You're like, bitch, I just graduated. Well, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Give me my money. Yeah, you gotta pay your loans up, sis, bro. It's time. When you're in your 30s, you can't. I don't know if you can still do that for forbearance thing. I think as long as you're still in school, you can do it.
Yeah, I think it's while you're in school or while like early stages.
Yeah, so
I think my mom is still on forbearance, but I couldn't even tell you. You know
how? I
couldn't tell you. My mom only went to school, I think, for only a semester though. So I think she's just dragging this shit on for like the next rest of her life. Mama, I'm not paying your school loans. I love you to death. But do not die with school loans because I'm not paying that shit.
It shouldn't be that much because
it shouldn't be. But we don't have those conversations, so I couldn't tell you what it was. But
that's wild. You know, I wish I'm her age and still dragging my school loans on. Shit, as long as it don't affect my credit.
You 30 years old, y'all, and you worried about getting old. Just moisturize. That's another thing you should fucking do. I think it should already be part of your regimen already because you're in your mid 20s and you're practically 30. Because niggas already say like when you like 25, you're already practically 30. I don't know why people do that to us. Why do they do that to us? Once you hit 25, they're like
practically 30.
you're practically 30.
I got 5 more years until I'm 30, sis.
Niggas be 38 talking about I ain't 40 yet, sir. At this point, you and the Reaper are like best fucking friends, yo.
Don't say that because when I'm 38, I don't want to be best friends.
I'm talking about for niggas though, not for us. I just think that because men, when you tell them your age, and I don't even. Hold up, y'all, real quick. Why do y'all feel so comfortable asking us our age? Men nowadays ask us our age without question. Niggas will be 48 asking like, "How old are you?" Nigga, old enough to be your daughter. Why are you bothering me? Like,
right. It's inappropriate to ask a woman her age.
We
should not be scared to tell her age.
I'm not scared to tell my age either because people are like, oh, I thought you were more old. And things I always get, I thought you were older, you're more mature. I'm like, fuck you, okay? Because I pay my own bills, I look mature.
Depends on the day for me. If I don't have makeup on, I look like I'm 21. When I do have makeup on, I look like a adult.
Yeah, I think when I have makeup on, I look like I'm probably like, I'm knocking at 30's door.
Yeah, we
are. But when I am, when I have no makeup on, I look like a little spring chicken.
A spring chicken? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, spring chickens are always like a reference of saying that you look younger.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
It's like American chicken and African chicken. Which one is better?
I don't know what an African chicken looks like.
I don't know either, but I know it tastes better. I know it tastes way better than American chicken. Tastes way.
But how much is the African one?
Because we African.
What's up? I'm so mad that people really be doing that shit. Like after that freaking movie came out, niggas are really doing that shit for like a minute. And that poor man, Chad Ball, I know everywhere he went. Every picture.
No, he was in hella movies before that shit. But because you was our Black Panther,
that's all we get from him. No, he don't even smile no more. He's like
Wakanda forever. Was Wakanda even in Africa?
Wakanda is not even a real place.
I know, but was it even in Africa?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So why couldn't they use like a real African place? Because most African places are beautiful too. So why they have to make it like a utopia?
Wakanda was like a futuristic scientist.
I hope it wasn't. Place. I hope it wasn't South Africa, because they had white people there with that one dude. Because
they had South that Africa, one white person.
I know, but South Africa is where white people were. So I'm like, are they trying to tell us a message?
Well, there's white people in other parts of Africa.
I know, but primarily they're in South Africa,
right?
So I'm just saying, like, were they trying to tell us something? That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so. I think they're just trying to, pass
integrate the white people,
because too many niggas. For some reason, if there's a movie full of niggas, they're like, "Where's the white people?
Where's the white motherfuckers?"
Movie full of white people. They're not asking where the black people at.
Hello.
Okay. Anyways, last but not least. In your 30s, your conversations are mostly about listening, learning, and sharing.
Yeah.
We start to be more in tune with ourselves, and we start to think less about ourselves and let's talk about our girls. I've noticed that my conversations with my friends now are so much more. It's about God. It's about our businesses. It's about what we want to do in life. It's about how we're going to be successful. Like, if you don't have those group of friends where you're just like, this is what we want to accomplish, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, then you might need a new group of friends, because you're only as what they say, as powerful as good as people you're around. So
another thing I think you should realize when you're getting to your 30s, because I know you're not at your 30s yet, don't lose your optimism.
Some of the listeners might be, just because we're not in our 30s doesn't mean some women.
Okay, well, the women that are in their 30s, don't lose your optimism. Like, when they say that they're a child at heart or something like that, still stay lighthearted.
I like that.
I love that too.
You're only as old as you feel.
Exactly. And I think if you feel like you're 30 and you dread being 30, because so many women I hear talk about being 30 and they're like, my fucking aunt, Memuna, she is a fucking badass bitch. This bitch is like 46, 7, I want to say, because she's as old as my mom, so she's like 6 or 7, 46 or 7. She a bad bitch, and she knows she a bad bitch. She ain't got no kids, and she's out here.
I want to be that auntie that's just traveling.
She is that auntie that travels and is a bad bitch. Cause I look at her and I'm just like, sometimes she be trying to tell me shit. I'm like, bitch, we like the same age, because how you be acting, girl, we there. Like, me and her can sit. I remember, I don't even want to say it, but I did do it. I took like pictures of her, like sexy pictures of her, so she could send it to her nigga. Like, that's some shit I would do when I'm in my fucking 40s. Like, I love that shit. So I'm like, yes, like, we're in the same age bracket, even though she's the same age bracket as my mom. My mom swears.
She doesn't act like she's in the same age bracket.
Because my mama My mama swear she is fucking 60-something years old. I said, yo, nigga 60-something years old. Bitch, let that hurt go. Like, you not that old. My mama is 40-something years old, acting like she's old. I said, let that shit go. I know the kids are dragging you down. I know that we take your energy sometimes, but sis, push against that. Say, fuck them kids. Say fuck us.
You want to say fuck you?
Yes, bro. Like you better
Mommy,
level up, because my mama is a bad bitch, and she should know she is though. I want my mom to realize she's a person outside of having kids.
How come our parents, my mom don't know she a bad bitch? I'm sorry, I'm not calling my mom a bad bitch. I don't know why my mom don't know she like.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. My mom is a prize, and I think my mom's settling for her nigga. So if y'all ever see me out in this world, I said it, and I will say it fucking again, because I don't even call him my stepdad. I call him Mr. Max. That's what his name is.
I mean, how old was you when he came into your life?
He was 15. I was 15.
Yeah, so calling him dad's kind of like.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, my mom still, like 10 years ago, my mom was 30-something years old, marrying a 50, 60-something years old, because he's older than my grandma.
Is he taking care of the house, paying all the bills, all that good stuff?
You know, that's not my place to talk about it, you know, especially not on my podcast. Just know a nigga ain't shit, and you can do better, mama. And you know what? If you looking for a nigga, I got you, bitch.
Go get her on some dating websites.
Hello, I'm boss to. Shit, go back to Africa for a few weeks.
There's Facebook
Mr.
dating,
Max.
there's Tinder, there's Hinge, there's Plenty of Fish, there's Bumble. So go ahead, sis.
Yes, mama.
Go ahead and find yourself a rich nigga too, because they're there too.
They there.
Find me a few. Questions. What is it about getting... Okay, my bad. Questions. Why is getting older looked at something that is negative and scary and not something to embrace, especially for women?
I think that getting older just represents all the things that you haven't accomplished, but I think that's the same for men.
Yeah.
I think with men, they're as hard as themselves as we are, but for them, it's representing as a sign of strength and a sign of wisdom.
Yeah, when we get older, it's like negative.
Or like
when they
our
get
youth,
older,
yeah,
it's like positive.
It's like our youth is gone. Like no one's gonna want us. And X, Y, and Z. So I think that we're equally dealing with the same thing, but we're on different like levels of it. Because they are thinking about it like, oh, I ain't got my shit accomplished and I want to get here. But women are like, well, I ain't get my shit accomplished, but I ain't get no kids or married yet. So it's like we feel double the pressure because we're like, not only are we not married, but we haven't hit the milestones we want to hit. That's the only reason why I think that it's harder on us, because we're thinking that we need to be nurturers, child bearers, and we need to fucking be somebody's fucking wife. I'm 30.
Not all women are meant to be wife. And
honestly,
and
not every single woman is meant to be a fucking.
And it's okay.
Mother.
It's okay. Look at Oprah. I mean, I guess she's kind of a bad example because Oprah's a devil. But you know what I'm trying to say. Oprah ain't got no wife and kids or children, so. And she didn't even marry Stedman.
Right.
So, you know, not everyone. She a billionaire.
Right.
So, and for everybody.
When it comes to, you know, marriage, kids, X, Y, and Z.
We've said it plenty of times on this podcast. You do shit when it's convenient for you. It don't matter how old you is, what you look like, and none of that stuff. Like, do it whenever you feel ready, because when you're having those kind of things too early and you are resenting your partner, you resent yourself, you resent your kids, because post-traumatic stress,
it's real.
It's real. Postpartum is real. And you see women who resent their children, and you think, oh, she's such a bad mother, yada yada. It's because she didn't want to have those fucking kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Not at
she
that
didn't want
time.
to get married.
Yeah, honestly.
So stop pressuring women. Stop pressuring people, especially, not even just women, because men get, especially when you have minority parents, they pressure you too. They pressure you to have a wife, get married, have a successful career, do all that at such a young age. And I understand why our parents do it, because they want the best for us. Yeah. But some of us are just not built like that. And
at least not yet.
At least not yet. And they have to understand that you have to give us time to grow, because just because you did it when you were 19, 20, y'all were in the middle of a war.
Hello.
You know, y'all had shit. Y'all didn't know if y'all gonna live tomorrow, so y'all were making sure y'all had babies today. You know, and then y'all had like 10, 20 babies because y'all didn't know if all your kids were gonna survive.
Hello. Okay. You better talk your shit, woman.
So this is a difference. Now it costs, how much is a house now?
Yeah.
How much is all that shit now? It don't cost $20 to raise a family no more.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think that you need to realize, like, do shit on your own pace, because if you go off what other people want, you are gonna be miserable. Like, just cut that shit out, bro.
Cut.
Shut that shit. What do they say? Cut that shit out, Quay.
I like that. So, question: do you think your 30s will be better than your 20s?
I think that I'm gonna make it whatever the fuck I want to make it. I think I need to stop saying this gonna be. I don't want to compare it because my 20s. I'm saying I want to learn myself. I want to be so in tune with myself that by the time I'm 30, nothing affects me like it does when I'm 20. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna be better. It's gonna be a more elevated version of me because when I'm elevated, you can't fucking stop a bitch that know who the fuck she is.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I think my 30s, I want my 30s to be better than my 20s. My 20s was more about me acting out, being irrational, being a hothead, being temperate. I got into fights. I got into like all those crazy stuff. And in my 30s, I don't want to get into fights.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, I don't want to have any of those issues. I want to just be a real ass bitch can fuck about nigga. Like, period. I want to have my own Birkin bag with whole five hits of fingers. Like, what?
And she wants stripes on her ass.
So he called this pussy Tigger.
And we not gonna be scamming that ass rich and ass. What the fuck wrong with that?
I might be scamming on a rich ass nigga.
Not when I'm 30. I'm gonna have like I said, we talk about
sugar baby in your 30s.
But like I just said, remember we don't have goals for ourselves. But me, I want a husband in 30s. Even though we're not trying to have goals, that's my goal.
But can you be a sugar baby in your 30s?
You definitely can.
Yeah.
I know someone that has met her like life partner or her husband when she was in her 30s. So it's very possible. You never stop being a fucking sugar baby if you're a fine ass bitch, okay?
Yeah, I definitely want to be a sugar baby that got her own sugar with another nigga who got sugar. You feel me? You feel me?
Okay. So how do you deal with the mental pressures of you not being where you want to be yet?
I've started is my creativity journal. That definitely helped me. I got this book called Zen as Fuck.
I have that book from Amazon.
Yeah, I got it from Amazon. I looked up meditation journals on Amazon. It was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, this. And the book has definitely helped me with my mental state because I've always thought I had a good mental state, and I never thought I need a therapist, I needed whatever. But since I turned 26, I've noticed that, I've been in and out of depressive states and didn't know how to handle it. So whenever I started, getting more in touch with my yoga and meditating and praying and getting those books and those creativity journals, that has helped me tremendously. Yeah. So I suggest writing out your thoughts and your feelings because you never know how much pressure you are putting on yourself until you write this out. You're like, and you're 2 pages out. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, this is all the stuff I've been putting on myself. No wonder I feel this way.
Yeah. Not even. So that's crazy because I even tell my friends, like, because I meditate every fucking day. Like, if anything I'm gonna do, I'm gonna meditate, and I think that journaling really helps me let out all the fucking shit I had inside because I think that I communicate very well. I think I communicate very effectively. But when I'm writing shit down and I read what the fuck I'm writing down, I'm like, damn, sis.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, damn, you really feel all that? And it's like, because you just like sitting in silence, listening to music, you listen to like the vibes, and you just like, my inner self is telling me, write this shit down because it is overall very powerful just to get what you feel out. Because my friend used to tell me, she's like, I work a full day's work and I can't go to sleep when I come home at night because I have my thoughts racing. And I said, you know what? It's probably because you just need to write them down.
Yeah.
Because I recently have decided I'm not going to take on the burden of someone else's feelings because I'm such a empathetic person in my opinion. I think when someone is feeling sad or if someone feels...
You feel it too.
I feel it too, and I feel like I always want to like make sure they're all right, and I always want to be the fixer. That's my problem. I always want to fix someone instead of letting them feel what they want to feel. So as of late, I'm like, if someone feels that way, acknowledge it, allow them to feel it, and let them get over it. Because you can't fix someone's own feelings. Because if someone keeps telling you, you're going to be all right, you're great, that's not letting them feel it. That's
allow them to feel the way they want to feel.
Because people always want to fix how you feel. And I'm like, you can't fix how someone feels. You can listen.
Yeah.
You can be there for them.
Yeah.
But stop trying to tell them how to rationalize their feelings.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell them, I'm like, journal, bro. Journal that shit. Because
I noticed that, especially whenever my sister passed, everyone could tell me, oh, it's going to be okay. It gets better, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, whenever someone you love goes away from this world, it doesn't get better.
It never gets better.
And anyone who has someone who's passed away, I always tell them, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel those pain, and it's okay because you're not gonna get over it. I still cry to this day over my sister.
As you should, though.
Yeah, so it's like, it's okay to feel what you're feeling, and I feel like it's okay if you don't understand what you're feeling, write it the fuck out.
Yeah.
And with that being said,
don't feel it. Feel it.
Feel it.
I'm telling you, feel that shit.
Well, this was a good episode. I think it was very therapeutic for me. You know, I got some of my feelings and my fears out there, and it's some things that I've been feeling. And you know, it's always good to check on your strong friend.
Yeah,
you know,
honestly.
people think, oh, I'm so strong. I'm always this. I'm always that. No, bitch, I cry too.
Yep.
I'm weak too.
Yep.
You know, so check on your strong friends. Don't feel like you haven't accomplished anything because your mates are accomplishing more things. Don't stop underestimating yourself and stop fucking thinking less than what you are, because you are perfect the way you are, because that's how God made you.
Fucking perfect.
Bye.
Oh, we didn't even tell them to follow us on all this shit.
All right, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Okay, well, if y'all didn't already, follow us on every social media platform except Twitter at The Real Sip and Spill. Twitter is Sip and Spill 1. And also, y'all, please follow our fucking YouTube. I'm tired of asking y'all, but please do it, y'all. Just do it, please. Just for the shits and giggles. And while you're at it, leave us a 5-star rating, because we're some 5-star bitches.
Ow, ow, ow.
Bye.